All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on cybersecurity. Ever wondered what a cyber attack really is? We're going to break it all down. How hackers think, who's defending us, and what it all means for you. Let's get to it. To really get a grip on this whole cybersecurity thing, we have to start with one simple question. What even is a digital crime? Because I promise you, if you understand crime in the real world, you're already most of the way there. And this is where it all clicks. Think of your digital life, your accounts, your data, like a house. Someone breaking your door lock, that's just like a hacker breaking into your account. A creep peeping through your window, that's spying on your emails. And that suspicious delivery person at your door, that's the online version of a phishing email. It's pretty simple, right? Almost any crime you can imagine in the physical world has a twin in the digital one. Okay, so let's put a slightly more official label on it. A cyber attack is a deliberate, and that word is key, it's a deliberate attempt by what we call a threat actor to mess with your digital world. Whether they're trying to steal your information, damage your computer, or just cause a bit of chaos, it's all about misusing technology to cause harm. So if we want to defend ourselves, we've got to understand the opponent first. So let's try to get inside their heads. Let's open up the attacker's playbook and see how they really think. It really just boils down to 3 simple questions they ask themselves. First, what can I get my hands on? Second, what's the easiest way in? And third, and this one's crucial, can I do this without anyone noticing me? See, here's the secret. Hackers aren't looking for a fair fight. They're not trying to break down a steel door. They're just looking for the window you forgot to lock. So what's the prize? Well, their goals usually fall into one of 2 buckets. The first one is pretty obvious: theft. They want your passwords, your money, your personal info, basically anything they can sell or use. The second goal is control. They want to take over your email, your social media accounts, or even your whole computer, so they can use it for their own nasty business. At the end of the day, if it's valuable to you, it's valuable to them. So how do they get that easy way in? Well, one of the most popular methods is called phishing. And this isn't some super complex technical hack. It's all about psychology. It's basically digital trickery. An attacker pretends to be someone you trust, like your bank or a coworker, and they try to fool you into just handing over your info. And this scam comes in all shapes and sizes. You've got your basic email phishing, which is just sprayed out to millions of people hoping someone bites. Then it gets personal with spear phishing, which is custom made for one specific person. Whaling, that's when they go after the big fish, like a CEO. And it's not just emails. Smishing is when they try this over text message, and vishing is when they actually call you on the phone. Now, the other big weapon in their toolkit is malware. And yeah, that's just short for malicious software. Think of it as a nasty little program that's designed to sneak onto your device and do bad things like damage your files, spy on you, or take complete control, all without you even knowing it's there. And believe me, the malware family is huge. You've got everything from old-school viruses to ransomware that holds your files hostage, to spyware that literally watches every move you make. Each one is a different kind of digital monster. We'll actually break all of these down in a future explainer because there's a lot to unpack here. Okay, let's switch gears for a second and learn to think like a cybersecurity pro. This is really cool. To understand what's actually happening, you have to know the difference between 3 very important words: an event, an incident, and an attack. This right here is a real aha moment. So every second, our computers are generating millions of events. A login attempt is an event. Opening a file is an event. Most of it is totally normal noise. But an incident is when one of those events looks, well, wrong. Maybe some malware was detected. And finally, an attack is when you can confirm that someone is intentionally trying to cause harm. This is how the experts find that one single needle in a massive haystack of data. So with all these threats flying around, who's actually out there protecting us? It's time to meet the digital defenders, the cybersecurity teams working day and night to keep things safe. First up, you've got the blue team. Think of them as the digital security guards or the police force. They're the defenders on the front lines, monitoring everything 24/7, looking for suspicious activity and jumping in to respond when things go wrong. Then there's the red team. Now, these folks have a fascinating job. They get paid to think and act just like the bad guys. They're ethical hackers who launch simulated attacks to poke and prod the defenses, trying to find weaknesses before the real criminals do. And connecting these two is the purple team. They're like the translators or the coaches. They make sure that what the red team finds actually gets used to make the blue team's defenses even stronger.
They help everyone learn from each other and improve the whole system. This little phrase just sums it all up perfectly. Red attacks, blue defends, purple improves both. It's this constant cycle of testing, defending, and learning that keeps organizations safe.
So, what does it mean to be an ethical hacker? You'll also hear them called white hats. These are the good guys. They're security pros who have full legal permission to hack into a system. Their goal isn't to break things, but to find the cracks so they can be fixed before someone else finds them. Which brings us to the different colors of hacking. It's pretty straightforward. White hats are defensive and totally legal. Black hats are the criminals, malicious and obviously illegal. And then you've got gray hats, who kind of operate in that murky middle ground, sometimes breaking rules but not always with evil intentions. Okay, so after all of that, the attackers, the malware, the different colored hats, what does any of this mean for you? Let's bring it all home and talk about your role in cybersecurity, because you have one. This is the big takeaway. If you're online, and I mean if you use a phone, an app, an email account, you are a part of cybersecurity. You're not just a bystander. Your choices and your awareness are an absolutely critical layer of defense. You're not just a target, you are a frontline defender. And the best part is, you can start being a better defender right now. It's simple stuff. Use strong and different passwords for your accounts. Be suspicious of links you don't recognize. Never, ever share those one-time codes they text to your phone. Keep your apps updated. And honestly, the most important tip, when in doubt, just ask for help. So today, we've covered the basics, what an attack really is, how the bad guys think, and how the good guys fight back. Next time, we're going to get our hands dirty and break down exactly how a real attack happens, from start to finish. So think about it. What do you believe is the single biggest mistake most of us make online? Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.